Ethan Cole was just another quiet man living in Ridgefield, a town where everyone knew each other's dogs by name. He worked the night shift at a small gas station off Route 19, a lonely stretch of road surrounded by fog and forest. His nights were predictable: coffee, static radio, and the hum of fluorescent lights. He liked it that way. But lately, Ethan couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching him. It started small, a reflection in the glass that didn't match his movements, a tapping sound outside the station when he was sure he was alone. When he'd step out to check, there'd be nothing but silence and trees. He told himself it was fatigue. The graveyard shift messed with your head. Everyone said that. He lived alone in a modest apartment, its walls covered with old movie posters and photographs. He liked photography, capturing moments, freezing them. But lately, some of his pictures didn't look quite right. Blurred shapes behind people, outlines that seemed human. Watching, he brushed it off. Until one night, while closing up, he saw a figure across the road, tall, still, wearing a dark hood. He blinked, and it was gone. Just missed again. He laughed nervously, shaking his head. "Get a grip, Ethan," he muttered. "You're just tired." But as he drove home that night, he noticed his rearview mirror, headlights behind him, the same distance. Every turn he took, they followed. And when he finally pulled into his driveway, the lights vanished. That's when Ethan realized maybe he wasn't just imagining things. The following nights grew worse. Ethan began hearing footsteps behind the gas station when he took the trash out. Not heavy ones, but soft, deliberate. The kind of sound made by someone who wanted to be heard just enough. He asked his co-worker, Josh, if he'd seen anyone hanging around. Josh frowned. "No one's stupid enough to hang out here this late." "Why?" Ethan hesitated. "Just thought I saw someone. Maybe a customer." Josh shrugged, unconvinced. At home, Ethan started locking every door, every window. But even then, he could feel eyes on him. The sense of being hunted seeped into his bones. One night, his phone buzzed, a picture message. It was his own photo, taken from outside his apartment window. He froze. His hands shook as he tried calling the police, but there was no service. The fog outside his window thickened, almost alive, and through it, he thought he saw movement. A silhouette, just beyond the glass. That night, he didn't sleep. Over the next few days, Ethan's sanity began to fracture. He saw the hooded figure in reflections, in crowds, even at work, always just for a second. Once, when he tried to confront it, he found a bloody handprint on the back door of the gas station. Fresh. By the end of that week, Ethan wasn't sure what was real anymore. Then came the note, taped to his car windshield. "I've been watching you too." Ethan couldn't take it anymore. He bought a small camera and installed it in his apartment, facing the window. He wanted proof, to show the police, to convince himself he wasn't losing his mind. That night, he stayed awake watching the live feed. Midnight, nothing. 1 a.m., nothing. At 2:14, the screen flickered. A shape appeared. Tall, still, the same hooded figure, standing outside his window, staring directly at the lens. No movement, no sound, just that horrible stillness. Ethan's breath caught in his throat. His heart pounded so loudly he could hear it echo. Then the figure moved, slowly, toward the door. He grabbed a knife from the kitchen and backed away. The doorknob turned. Once, twice. Then the power went out. Darkness swallowed everything. Ethan's flashlight flickered weakly as he crept toward the door. The silence was suffocating. He swung the door open, ready to strike, but no one was there. Just cold air. Then he heard it, a voice, low and close to his ear. "You shouldn't have looked for me." He spun around. The hooded figure was inside. No face, just darkness under the hood. Ethan lunged with the knife, but the figure caught his wrist effortlessly. The room seemed to twist and fade. For a second, Ethan saw flashes, photographs, hundreds of them, pinned to a wall. All of him. Sleeping, working, smiling. The last thing he heard before everything went black was the click of a camera shutter. 2 days later, the police found Ethan's apartment empty. No signs of a struggle, except for one thing. The walls were covered with photographs. All of Ethan. All taken from different days, different places. all from someone else's perspective. The last photo on the table showed Ethan sitting on his bed, eyes wide, staring directly at the camera. The timestamp on the photo, the day after he disappeared. They never found him. But sometimes, late at night, drivers on Route 19 swear they see a man standing by the gas station, hood up, camera in hand, flash blinking once every few seconds. Locals say it's Ethan, cursed to become what hunted him, to watch others, to collect them. And if you ever stop for gas there and feel someone watching you from the fog, don't look back, because the scary killer isn't hunting anymore. He's recruiting.